Sai. We, the SSE children, offer our humble pranams at the lotus feet. Our sincere gratitude for giving us this opportunity to offer this drama at the lotus feet.
Swami, our hearts are filled with joy for your love and kindness.
Respected elders, brothers and sisters, we will soon board you on Side Flight 2398 to take you onward journey to God.
All the avatars have taught us that we should fix our mind to the Creator as we walk this path of life. On board, you will be served with multiple doses of your real identity, and you will be prohibited from deviating from your flight path.
You will be constantly reminded of what matters in life is not how fast you walk on this path of life, but the direction in which you walk. You will be asked to tighten your direction to God so that your life path is safe and secure.
During the flight, you will discover the key eternal inbuilt Psi wireless connection that will keep you connected forever with the source. You will alight from the flight, immersed in love, faith, and prayer, determined to make your life a journey from God, with God, and to God.
Many have done it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
While on the flight, you may experience many celestial beings that may have a special message for you. So stay alert and enjoy.
Om Sai Ram. This is your pilot speaking. We are experiencing turbulent weather and have lost all connections to the flight navigator. At this turbulent time, we would like to rely on your prayers to help us navigate.
Should I chant Gayatri or Hanuman Chalisa?
No, I think Vedam chanting is more powerful. I will chant that.
But I don't think that is going to help you, because remember that we were told if you don't chant it right, it may not work. Right now, with the way weather is, bro, I doubt if I can even be still in mind to focus.
Oh, is it? So should we not do anything and hope and pray Swami rescues us?
Wait a minute, don't panic. See what I am seeing from my window. If you all connect within, we may be able to get some guidance in the clouds.
Narayan, Narayan, from Narad Muni.
Be blessed, my child.
Prabhu, I have a question. Who is your greatest devotee?
That's a very tough one, Narad. Father loves all his children equally.
No, Prabhu, I insist. Please, I must hear who is your greatest devotee.
Well, if you must insist, it is the old farmer and his family.
Lord, none chanted the Lord's name more than I do. You know I chant your name every second of my life.
Let's visit the farmer and his family and see why he is dear to me.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Narayan, thank you for getting me through the night, and what a wonderful, restful night we had. Hare Krishna. Mataji, is breakfast ready?
Yes, Prabhuji, it is ready. I'm about to serve the Lord.
Brahma Arpanam, Brahma Hare, Brahma Gro, Brahma Naptam, Brahmevate Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhinaha, Aham Vishwanaro Bhutva, Praninam Dehamashritah, Pranapana Samayuktah, Pachamnyanyam Chaturvidam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, the tractor doesn't work. Prabhu ki Maya, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, how was your day?
It was wonderful, my dear. Lord Krishna showered his grace throughout the day. On that
note, let's end the day and get some rest.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Narad Muni, I have an errand for you. Narad Muni, take this ball of oil, and I would like you to take it around the world to bless every corner and make sure not a single drop of oil falls down.
Yes, my Lord, Narayan, Narayan. Let me now be careful as I travel with Sri Narayan's blessing, and I hope I don't drop a single drop of oil.
Narayan, Narayan.
lucky and I did not drop a single drop of oil.
Narada, thank you for running this errand for me. How many times did you chant my name as you went around the world with this bowl?
My lord, I was so engrossed in making sure that not a drop of oil is spilled out of the bowl that I completely forgot to chant God's name en route. But Lord, it was your errand. I was doing the work you wanted me to do. It was your work.
Narada, that farmer is also doing the work I've picked for him. He is living the life I gave him, dealing with all the circumstances that I give. And in spite of all of this, he takes time out of his busy routine to remember me, and that is what makes him my greatest devotee.
We have to learn to chant God's holy name in all situations in our life. Chanting of the holy name will make us remember God and make us very dear to Him. So let's chant Om Sai Ram. Om Sai Ram. Om Sai Ram. Om Sai Ram.
Victory be to God. This is your pilot speaking. Thank you. There has been a miracle, and I saw a celestial being in orange robe come and restore our systems. What grace!
I know it's our Lord's Leela. Hey, do you remember the story from Swami's life where something similar happened?
I know a couple, but the one that is most dear to me is from his school days when he was as old as us.
This is a story from Swami's life when he was in school. The teacher noticed that Satya was not writing down what was being dictated, while all the other students did.
Satya, why are you not writing?
I already know the lesson, Guruji.
Interpreting this response as a gross impertinence, the teacher asked Satya to stand upon the bench, a form of corporal punishment Satya obediently did. After a while, the school bell rang, and a new period commenced. It was time to the teacher to leave the room and make way for another one, who was to handle the next period. Mr. Mehboob Khan, this other teacher, entered the classroom and to his utter surprise saw Satya standing upon the bench. Khan loved Satya very much, and to him it was inconceivable that Satya would have done anything to deserve a punishment. He also noticed that the teacher who had handled the previous period was not vacating the chair. To his astonishment, he then discovered that this teacher was not getting up from the chair because he was stuck or glued to it. Whenever the teacher tried to get up, the chair also lifted. In a flash, Khan understood the problem.
Satya, get down from the bench.
The stuck teacher promptly got his release. Years later, Swami disclosed that his drama was staged not to inflict humiliation on the teacher concerned, but to make people conscious of his divine powers. Humiliation is something that does not exist in Swami's dictionary.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope your journey is comfortable and you're enjoying the soul food to connect within.
We have yet another beautiful serving for you of charity.
Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a woman and her 7-year-old daughter, Uma. After Uma's father passed away, her mother earned a living as a maid and spent her days providing the best she could to afford to Uma. Though they were poor, they lived happily in their humble hut. Every day, her mother would tell Uma different stories about God and about love, kindness, and honesty. She also taught Uma how to chant while doing her activities. Soon, Uma developed her great faith in God and good qualities like obedience, love, a giving nature. A few years later, a drought hit the land. Well dried up, streams evaporated, grass and crops dried up. The grassy green land turned barren ground. The lady could not find any work and fell ill. With hardly any food or water around, the whole village faced poverty with the crops dying up. Water was very hard to come by, and soon people started fighting over any water they could find. Uma and her mother had to buy a little water in exchange for the pots and pans in the hut. Soon, that water too got over. Since her mother fell seriously ill, Uma went in search of water with the one only vessel that was left in the hut. Uma walked past dried up riverbeds and along a road that led up a mountain. On and on she marched, with faith in God and constantly chanting. At about noon, she saw fresh water dripping down a rock. Uma carefully held the tiny vessel below the rock until it was full. She was happy, as now she could offer water to her mother. On the way back home, when she reached the foot of the hill, she saw a puppy. He was having difficulty walking, and his tongue was hanging out. "You poor thing," said Uma. "I must give you some water to drink. I'm sure that will be enough left for my mother." Saying so, Uma poured some water into her palm. The puppy eagerly lapped up the water. When he finished, he wagged his tail in gratitude and ran away. Uma was chanting God's name with full concentration and did not notice that the water level in the vessel had not changed. She quickly rushed back home. The neighbor, who was looking after her mother, opened the door. She was so thirsty that she could hardly speak. Without a moment's hesitation, Uma poured out some water for her. Drinking it down quickly, the neighbor said, "Thank you so much. May God bless you." Uma did not notice the water level still did not go down. Thanking her neighbor for looking after her mother, Uma quickly went to her mother and held the vessel to her mother's lips. After drinking some water, she felt much better and asked Uma to drink up the remaining water. That's when Uma realized how thirsty she was. Just as she was about to drink the water, she heard a knock on the door. When she opened it, she saw an old mendicant person go to the door begging for food.
Please give me some water. I shall die of thirst if I do not get some water soon.
Quickly handed over the vessel to him. He smiled as he took it and then turned the vessel upside down. The water fell onto the ground. Before Uma could say anything, a fountain came up from the spot where the mendicant had dropped the water. There was enough water, not only for Uma and her mother, but also for the entire village. As soon as Uma recovered from her surprise, she looked at the mendicant, but he had disappeared. Uma realized that God himself had come in form of the mendicant. She felt great joy and paid gratitude to God for visiting her humble hut.
The above story, wherein Uma would give even the precious bit of water she had to someone else, shows her great faith and the quality of her ability to give. We generally do not have to face such tough situations. However, we can be satisfied and happy like Uma if we too become giving in nature and are full of faith in God, no matter what difficulties we have to face. Chanting God's name as much as possible daily and learning how to give in all activities is a sure way to develop faith and a giving attitude.
Om Sai Ram. I feel humbled to be your pilot to take you on this divine Sai flight 2398 to unite you with our Maker. We hope you experienced love, faith, and felt the power of prayer. The flight has only taken off, and we pray that Sai continues to be our guide and guru, and we hope we reach our destination.
Jai Sai!